here's one of my favorite quad release moves. And this is done without any equipment at all, so it's great for anywhere. If you can find a place where you can be lifted. I've done it in a place where I was a little shorter and my feet did touch the floor, but ideally you're up on a table, like a massage table or a high table, where you can have your feet free to move, and then also free to move back under a little bit. We don't need them to go all the way back, but we want them to come under a little bit as we go, and I'll show you how this works. So we're going to extend the legs straight first, go into a dorsal flexion, which is essentially just bringing your toes towards your nose, press it a little through your heel. I'm going to try and stay tall for this and not collapse in on that back. And then we're going to take the forearm and press that forearm about an inch from the knee. And find a spot there, about an inch. And then simultaneously, we're going to drag that forearm. I'm going to press also with my other hand to press down. Drag the forearm about 4 inches up as you bring that knee under. And then we're going to start that again. So extend, press about an inch from that knee, and then drag. And so I have pants on, and if you have shorts on, it might be good to use oil because you want it to drag, but you also want to have a little bit of traction. So you're just pressing with a little bit of pressure, not too hard. You're not trying to create pain at all. So you're going to press and then drag and bring that in. Whew. And then we're going to start again. So there are different trigger points for everybody, so you'll just see where you're at. I go 2 inches from there and then find that spot, and I'm going to put some pressure on that and drag about 4 inches. So it's overlapping that pathway that we went the first time, just overlapping through there and overlapping. And then we're coming through to the about 3 inches away, extending, flexion, and dragging. And so you'll see it's overlapping each layer as we go through there. Got to remember what I'm doing here. Bringing my leg in. So extending, dragging, and bring that leg forward. As you do that, you just want to come all the way up to that hip with that drag, all the way up to that hip. So it could be about 3 or 4 times to do that as you bring those inches up and just alternate or overlapping that. As you do one side and then the other, always do both sides. You're going to find that balance. Sometimes, so you use the same arm for the same leg and find this about an inch from there and that trigger point and just drag. That's the quadricep release. It is fantastic and it's really super easy. I've done it where I've pushed down, but it tends to push the shoulders out of alignment. So I like to come down to the forearm. You can still have your shoulder in alignment. The thoracic can open. You've got that position here, but you still have a good, strong, stable base. You know, I'm very partial to strong, stable joints that are supposed to be stable and mobile where they're supposed to be mobile, but stable, right? So keep that in mind as you go through here, that the shoulder doesn't creep up to the ears. When you're dragging that, just keep the shoulder down and pocketed and the stomach strong. Super great release. It helps the back, the hips, the knee, and of course, getting that release in those quads. Okay, I hope that helps.